Good day, everybody. Okay, kule video sitobuka Newton's law. Le question le ngiyithethe kwe previous question paper yaka grade 11. It's November 2016. So I'm hoping ukuthi le video itosita grade 11 learners and grade 12 learners. So but the two blocks of mass 8 kg and 4 kg respectively are joined with an inelastic string of negligible mass. The string runs over a frictionless pulley. The 8 kg block is on a horizontal surface while the 4 kg block is on an inclined plane of 40 degrees with the horizontal. The coefficient of kinetic friction for both blocks is 0.2. The 4 kg block accelerates down the slope. Okay, we are told that there is a motion. It accelerates down the slope, and we are told that the coefficient kinetic friction. This tells us that there is frictional force, and for both blocks. Okay, so 4.1 says state Newton's second law of motion in words. We know that there is an equation for Newton's second law, but when you have to write in words. So let's quickly do that. Alright, it says when a net force is applied on an object, the object will accelerate in the direction of the net force. The acceleration is directly proportional to the net force and inversely proportional to the mass of the object. So this is actually free marks. This is free marks. Makuya ngekuthi userious ngalokwendako or userious ngemabhuku akho. Labo 2 marks bekustate ama laws and all those uvele ubathathe njengekuphazima kweliso. So 4.2 bathi draw a labeled free body diagram of all the forces acting on the 4 kg block. Okay, we see ukuthi there is a rule of thumb or kune technique le bayisebenzisako abantu abaningi. If bongayadi, you may start using it. Mawufuna ku draw le free body diagram and you are not sure of the forces, ungachecka lama marks ukuthi ayingakhi. Lokho kuchaza ukuthi nalama force angile number leyo. Njengoba la kuna 4 marks kusho ukuthi ay4 ma force lokumele siwa draw la kule free body diagram. So bayisebenzisa le technique leyo iyabasebenzela. Nawe you may start using it. So atsisibone la, if inclined, I usually do this in order for me to get my things right. So this is the inclined, and now I need the so-called the ground level. This is the ground level. This is the ground. So now I may start drawing. Okay, I know I could say when we draw the free body diagram, the object is represented by a dot. So I kinda need a dot here. Kinda need a dot. Naloko dot lami then sekumele ngibe nalama vector ke lasuka laphana kuleli dot la representa ini, la representa lama forces. I have a normal force. In normal force, ladies and gentlemen, every time in normal force yakho kwamele ibe perpendicular nale surface lokunale object kuyo, and then bese ngiba ne gravitational force. I gravitational force nayo itosuka lapha kuleli dot, and yona kwamele ibe perpendicular nale ground surface. So ngiwo ke ma property lesiwasebenzisako la ukuze sidrawe le free body diagram. And then we have 2 other forces or 2 more forces la kule object. Okay, we have tension, nayo itosuka la kuleli dot. Tension itoba kule situation le itoba parallel nale inclined plane nale surface lokunale block kuyo, sibuye sibe ne friction. I-friction nayo iba parallel nale, okay, can it fit in here? Nayo iba parallel, just parallel. Okay, ayibonakali kahle friction yami. Can I place it a little bit better? Okay, ngizamile guys, ngizamile kuyihlanganisa le diagram. Okay, but this is our normal force, this is our gravitational force. The normal force is always perpendicular to the surface lokunale block kuyo. Then the gravitational force is always perpendicular to the ground surface. Bese our frictional force Fk is always parallel to the surface lokunale block kuyo. Then we have our tension in this case. So free body diagram yethu kumele ibe so. These are all the forces lega acta lapha ku le 4 kg block, and this was for 4 marks. So 4.3, but to calculate the frictional force between the surface and the 4 kg block. Okay, we know that frictional force can be calculated by Fk is equals to okay, coefficient of kinetic force multiplied by normal force. Okay, this equation is going to give us the answer, but we must be careful here. If we look at this diagram, we have our normal force here. Okay, I think we need to let me just quickly copy this because I'm service cards, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, let's continue. We have the diagram, the free body diagram. Scopele free body diagram yale 4 kg block. So now if we come here, siyati kutsi la kule gravity, la kule gravitational force, we have two components for the gravitational force. We have Fg parallel and Fg perpendicular. Okay, lo Fg parallel lo uparallel tikwani, uparallel tikwale surface lokunale block kuyo. I-surface lokunale block kuyo ngile incline, kusho ukuthi we must have a component yabani ya Fg le parallel nale object, nale surface lokunale object kuyo. So we must have a line like this. Are these two parallel? Yes, they look parallel right now. And then we must have another line which is perpendicular. We call it Fg perpendicular. Perpendicular to what? To the surface whereby the block rests. Okay, sitobane na Fg perpendicular. Fg perpendicular uperpendicular nani? Uperpendicular nale surface lokunale block kuyo. I-surface, okay, sayibona i-surface lokunale block kuyo nayo la Fg perpendicular, kusho ukuthi kumele abe something like this. Okay, so this is Fg parallel, this is Fg perpendicular. Okay, so right now, ladies and gentlemen, we know ukuthi by using the property yema vector, let's see yona, we can change the position of a vector. We can change the position of a vector, but as this is a change the position of vector, we must make sure that we do not change the direction of the vector and we do not change the magnitude of the vector. So kusho ukuthi li vector singalithatha silimove silise noma nganguphi lesifuna kulisa khona, but as sisalimove kumele sende sure ukuthi the direction and the magnitude remain the same. So by using the property leyo singathatha labo FG laba FG parallel na FG perpendicular siba move sakhe i-triangle whereby lo FG straight kutoba i-hypotenuse, then the other two sides of the triangle kutoba ngile two ma-components FG perpendicular na FG parallel. So if senda njalo sitothatha lo FG perpendicular simlethe la, FG perpendicular simletha la, sela kuba na FG parallel. Okay, let me quickly erase this. Ngizame ukuthi le diagram yami ingabukeki complicated. Alright, so now siyakhumbula ukuthi lo FG perpendicular to the surface lokunale block kuyo, long FG parallel. No, this is not the symbol for parallel, but yeah, parallel to the surface lokunale object kuyo. Siyakhumbula ukuthi labe basitshelile la ukuthi between the incline and the ground or the horizontal kuna 40 degrees. So le angle le every time uqedza kwenda le triangle le yakhiwa FG na FG perpendicular na FG parallel. Le angle le always kuyoba ngile angle le la between kwale incline na le ground. Lokusho ukuthi last oba na 40. Then once wenda njalo so ngaqala apply ini matrix ratios, because this is a right angled triangle. Siyabona ukuthi FG perpendicular wethu la nguyelekenda ukuthi kube i right angle triangle. So let's quickly see. Siyathi ukuthi le block iya kuphi. Okay, for now akukabaleki lokho. Siyathi ukuthi for le equation leto siniketa le friction, we must have a normal force. How can we get a normal force? Ladies and gentlemen, the object here to my incline, so we can totally see which two forces are balanced. Ma balanced forces ngilama force lega kombe ku opposite directions. Gende akutsa kombe ku opposite directions but abe angekho balanced. Sithi balanced makanjani? If ayikho i-movement lekhona kule dimension leyo lama force leka align kuyo, njenganyalo la siyabona ukuthi sinale dimension le sesiyadibuta ukuthi as le block ilatulu kule what we call kule incline iyaya phansi naphezulu yini, iyamuva iyele or iyamuva iyele? No, akusinjalo. That automatically tells us ukuthi le force lekhombe le iyalingana na le force lekhombe le. Lokho kusitshela ukuthi the normal force is equals to FG perpendicular. It tells us that the normal force, Fn is balanced. If they are balanced, they are equal but acting in opposite directions. The FG perpendicular. Kusho ukuthi we are going to need the equation ya FG perpendicular. Let's quickly get it. Equation ya FG perpendicular. If we are looking at this angle, FG perpendicular is an opposite. Sifuna kusebenzisa le angle lo 40 degrees la kule triangle lesitakhele yona, siphinze sisebenzise nale hypotenuse. So kungaba ngibani le matrix ratio leyo? We have SOHCAHTOA. So sifuna kusebenzisa le FG hypotenuse nale side la FG perpendicular. It's obviously cos. So we know that Fn is equals to FG perpendicular. FG perpendicular can be given by FG cos 40 degrees. So now singeta la sito substitute for the normal force, because we need a normal force la. Nyalo normal force sesiyathi kusilingana na FG cos 40. So now we can be able to solve. So the kinetic friction can be given by basitshelile bathi ngibani lapho le coefficient yale diding le bathi 0.2 basitshelile bathi 0.2. so 0.2 into FG. We know that FG is also mg, so it's mg cos 40 degrees. So Fk is equals to 0.2. Then what is mg? It's 4 multiplied by 9.8 cos 40. I'll simply type this on my calculator. Okay, it's 0.2 into cos. Where is our cos? Not cos, into 4 times 9.8, then cos of 40 degrees, and then this should give us 0.01. This gives us 6.0.1. 6.01. Yes, 6.01 newtons. It's 6.01 newtons. Okay, now let's quickly go to question 4.4. But calculate the magnitude of the acceleration of the system. Okay, let's take this down here. Come on, let's go down. Okay, all right. So for 6 marks we have to calculate the acceleration of the system. Okay, let's make an equation. It's 4.4. We have the 8 kg block, then now we have the 4 kg block. So this is very simple, ladies and gentlemen. We have to apply the F net is equals to MA. This is where we apply the what we call the Newton's second law equation. F net equal to MA. Yes. Then as bugan la pagle 8 kg block. La pagle 8 kg block, if free body diagram ya corner, let's quickly do it here. Igu incline, igu horizontal, I'm sorry. Then Fg is equals to normal force. Then we have the tension, which is pulling the object to the right. Then we have the friction, which is opposing the motion. These are all the forces that are acting on the 8 kg block. La pagle 8 kg block. So F net is sum of all the forces that are acting on the object. But nyalo, I want us to be very brilliant. Singa solo si eta onke lama force lawo sitibangela stress. Asibukeni ukuthi le motion, we have 2 dimensions. This is motion in two dimensions. We have 2 dimensions. We have the x and the y dimension. Asibukeni la celengole diagram. This is where I'm writing right now. We have 2 dimensions. The 8 kg block, it is only allowed to go to the left or either go to the right. Kusho ukuthi motion yayo along the x dimension. So we are going to consider only the forces like along the x dimension. We are not going to add all the forces life njengoba siwabona, but we are only going to consider only the forces leka along the x dimension. Ngwaphi lama force lawo? Ma force la ngakhona ukuthi ayise le diagram ka left noma ka right. Ngwaphi? Siyabona ukuthi ngilethule le ngdo iroundela la. It's the tension and the friction. The tension and the friction. Okay, let me round it nicely. It's the tension and the friction. So nyalo siyatibuta ukuthi yes, sesibonile ukuthi the motion is only influenced by tension and friction. Okay, ngiphi le oppozako, ngiphi le supporta le motion. Of course la kumele siconsider ukuthi right, can say let right be positive. Okay, ngiphi le supporta le motion na le opposa le motion. Okay, tension is supporta le motion iya right na le object iya right. If friction iya opposa le motion iya left, kusho ukuthi friction yethu is going to be negative. So now we are adding all the forces. We are going to say T plus negative friction, since the opposer is equals to MA. This is for the 8 kg block. Asibuye ngala kule 4 kg block. Le 4 kg block already bese siyendile ini free body diagram. Let's look sibuye la kule diagram le. Okay, masibuka la kule diagram le siyabona ukuthi okay, nala sina two ma dimension. Sinale dimension lena Fn na Fg perpendicular, sinale dimension lena Fg parallel, ibuye ibe na T, ibuye ibe na Fk. Se kusho ukuthi we are only going to consider le three ma force, ayonke la ma force lesiwabona lapha. Let me kinda tick only the forces let's do consider. It's Fg parallel, it's Fk, it's the tension. We are only going to consider only those forces. La manye onke siyawa ignore. Kule motion le akana effect. Sesiyatibuta ukuthi ngiphi iforce le supporter le motion, ngiphi le opposer le motion. La opposer le motion atoba negative, la supporter le motion atoba njani positive. Le supporter le motion Fg parallel, la opposer le motion tension ne kinetic friction. Okay, so for the 4 kg block, we are going to have Fg parallel plus negative friction plus negative, let me kind of open up some space here, plus negative tension equal to what we call MA. Yes. So if we simplify these equations, mabe sojwayele kwenda lama calculations sikhathi sekwenda bo plus negative kude uvalue negative straight. Right now ngizama kuyisha step by step ukuze ningalahleki nzawo. So T positive times negative, it's negative friction equal to MA nangalana Fg parallel minus Fk, then minus T equal to MA. Alright, so khona lesingak substitute la le 8. No, we can't substitute, but siyati ukuthi we can quickly find the kinetic friction yalla kule 8 kg block, because we know that since iku horizontal plane and the good force le actor at an angle, kusho ukuthi Fg is equals to normal force, and we know that normal force or Fk is given by mu k multiplied by, okay, the mu k, we must have the k, yeah, abe smaller nyana la, we must have the new k multiplied by normal force. So we can quickly do it here. T minus 0.2, which is the coefficient, multiplied by the normal force. The normal force is equals to Fg. Fg is given by 8 times 9.8. So it's 8a. I hope ukutele ngimlahlako la. Sithi normal force, if the object is horizontal plane and the good object is force le actor at an angle, since Fg is equals to normal force, then Fg, how can we get Fg? Fg is equals to mg, so since must multiply by gravitational acceleration, sithola Fg, and then yalo since Fg is equals to normal force, and since normal force multiplied by mu k, sithola ini frictional force. So kungako sende njalo lapha. So when we multiply that, okay, mass multiply la sithola the frictional force is 15.68 15.68 equal to 8a. Then T is equals to 8a. We can transpose law 15.68. This will be our equation number 1. There is nothing we can do mathematically. Sesibuya ngala. Okay, can we get Fg parallel? Fg parallel, since Fg perpendicular, simthola ngithi Fg cos 40. Kusho ukuthi Fg parallel sitomthola ngithi Fg sin 40. So Fg is 4 multiplied by 9.8, then sin 40. Kusiniketa bani logo. Okay. Onke lama calculations leswabhala la. Mawubhala lapha kule exam yakho uyawabhala phansi. Awucalculate ku question paper ubuto ufake answer to answer sheet. No. Uwabhala onke phansi. Okay. Okay. Then when we do the calculations, sithola Fg parallel it's 25.197. 25.197. Okay, newtons. Now asimthathe lo Fg wethu parallel sitomsubstitute la. Masimsubstitute la kuba 25.197 minus friction siyicalculate sathola 6.01, tension asiyati, which is equals to 4a. Now 25.197 minus 6.01 is 19. Okay, it's 19 point, I'm sorry, it's 19.187. 187 minus t equal to 4a. So singathatha t simise ngalena uyoba positive kube t, sengalena sithatha 4a ubuya ngala kuba 19.187 minus 4a. I hope uyabona ukuthi kwendakaleni. Sithathe t samletha ngala waba positive, sathatha lo sambuyisa ngala waba negative. So now we have two equations, whereby this is equation number 2. We have two equations that we can simply equate because t is equals to t. So long as t is equals to t, then we may say t is equals to t. T low, we are lingana lo t low. So 8a plus 15.68 is equals to 19.187 minus 4a. Be careful, ungathi 49 low, it's 4a. Okay, then we can group like terms. Since 8a, such a negative 4a somewhere is equal sign going plus 4a say equal to such a 15 somewhere is equal sign going 19.187 minus 15.68. Okay, I'm gonna need my calculator right now. Okay, ngala side ngalana 8 plus 4 na it's 12a equal to, let me quickly get my calculator. It's 3.507. It's 3.507. Then divide by 12. Divide by 12. Cancel. A is equals to, okay, 3.507 divided by 12. It gives us 0.29. It gives us 0.29 meters per second squared. That's it. Okay, so 6 marks bekumele simthole njalo, ladies and gentlemen. So asibuke lapha ku question 4.5. So question, let's quickly write here. Nasi space la singabhala la. It's question 4.5. But lapha 4.5, how will the acceleration compare if the positions of the 8 kg block and 4 kg block are switched? Choose from greater than, less than, or the same. Explain the answer. Alright, asibuke le system le. The system le is actually, since there is no force that they are applying, but the block is the system is accelerating down the incline. It means that it means that the motion is greatly influenced by the parallel component of the 4 kg block. Njengoba sathi ukuthi la kuna FG angin se mastoba le triangle yethu leyana la sibe na FG perpendicular, se la siba na FG parallel. Ngiyo le ngifuna siyibukisise kahle, lo FG parallel ngiyo i-force lengathi iphula le block le phansi kuze le system yonke ihambe. Siyabona? So it is greatly influenced by gravity kahle kahle. So if siletha i-block lekhulu la, kusho ukuthi the most oba ne gravity lekhulu, kusho ukuthi lo FG parallel utoba mkhulu. Makaba mkhulu so donsa le system phansi kakhulu angin. So kusho ukuthi le acceleration tomelene njani increase. So lana our answer should be greater than. So we have 3 points to make since it's 4 marks. 1 mark follow greater than jen. Ngapha ama point lesingawareza lapho. Point lekuqala ukuthi the is it the parallel component, the parallel component will increase. And then since lama blocky so long 4K kuyobe kung 4 kg na 8 kg, kusho ukuthi le tension lokudonsana kwawo angeke affecteke. Therefore tension will remain the same. And since I experience a coefficient lefanago, which is 0.2, kusho ukuthi friction nayo I remain the same. Ngalamanye magama lo Fnet as a whole wende kanjani uya increaseka since ma changes la kabe khona ku increase kwale component. Therefore Fnet will I'm sorry, what is this? Will increase. Okay, so ungamthola 4 marks kanjalo. So that's it for this video, ladies and gentlemen. Ngicabanga ukuthi ungayibukela kahle, especially 4.4 ungambukela umphinza kuze ube ne understanding. So thank you for watching.